Charlotte Holmes never expected her life to change on an ordinary Tuesday afternoon. She had scheduled a routine checkup, a simple precaution she took annually.
As the doctor placed the stethoscope against my chest, I felt a strange sensation, a fluttering in my chest.
The doctor's brow furrowed as he listened intently. Suddenly, his expression shifted from concern to alarm.
We need to get you to the hospital, now!
His voice was laced with urgency. Charlotte felt a wave of dizziness wash over her. What had started as a routine visit was quickly spiraling into a medical emergency. The room began to spin, the doctor's face blurring at the edges. Then everything went black. Little did Charlotte know this was not the end, but the beginning of an extraordinary journey that would forever alter her perception of life and death. This was the moment that separated her earthly existence from the spiritual realm, the moment she died. The world dissolved into a silent darkness. Charlotte was no longer aware of her body or the frantic activity that she knew must be happening around her.
I drifted in a void, a strange sense of peace washing over me despite the circumstances. Time seemed to lose all meaning, seconds stretching into eternities and collapsing back into moments.
Then, a faint glimmer appeared in the distance. It pulsed gently, like a beacon in the night. Intrigued, Charlotte felt herself drawn towards the light. As she moved closer, the light grew stronger, revealing a swirling vortex of colors. It was a beautiful, mesmerizing sight.
Fear had completely left me. In its place was an overwhelming sense of curiosity and a deep yearning to understand what was happening. I felt no pain, no fear, only an overwhelming sense of peace.
She surrendered to the pull of the light, allowing it to guide her deeper into the unknown. Charlotte found herself floating above her own body. She watched as doctors and nurses worked tirelessly, their faces etched with concern as they attempted to revive her. It was a surreal experience, like watching a scene unfold in a movie. But this was no movie. This was her life, or rather her death.
I observed the scene with a strange detachment, my earthly worries seeming inconsequential from this new vantage point. There was no fear, no sadness, only a profound sense of serenity.
It was as if she was finally free from the weight of her physical form, able to observe the world from a higher perspective. As she watched the medical team continue their efforts, Charlotte felt a gentle tug on her spirit. The swirling vortex of light had returned, and this time, it seemed to beckon her closer.
Trusting in the unknown, I allowed myself to be drawn towards the light, leaving behind the earthly realm and venturing deeper into the spiritual.
The vortex of colors coalesced into a tunnel of pure, radiant light. It was warm and inviting, beckoning Charlotte to journey deeper within its embrace. As she moved through the tunnel, she felt a profound sense of peace and love wash over her. It was unlike anything she had ever experienced in her earthly life.
The light within the tunnel pulsed with energy, a symphony of colors dancing before my eyes. It whispered to my soul, assuring me that I was safe, that I was loved. All fear, all doubt, simply melted away in the presence of such pure, unconditional love.
Time seemed to cease to exist as she traversed the tunnel. There was no past, no present, no future, only the eternal now. She felt a sense of homecoming, as if she were returning to a place she had always known, a place where she truly belonged. The light continued to guide her onward, promising a glimpse of something truly extraordinary.
Emerging from the tunnel, I found myself in a place of unimaginable beauty. Lush green meadows stretched as far as the eye could see, dotted with vibrant flowers of every color imaginable. Crystal clear rivers flowed through the landscape, their waters sparkling like 1,000 diamonds. This was heaven, a realm that surpassed even the wildest imaginations.
The air thrummed with an unseen energy, a tangible expression of love and peace. It was a symphony for the soul, a chorus of pure joy that resonated deep within Charlotte's being. This was a place where sorrow and pain had no meaning, where only love and happiness could exist.
Above, the sky shimmered with 1,000 hues, a celestial canvas painted by an unseen hand. And at the very end of the meadow, bathed in a golden light, stood a magnificent gate, its pearly white surface shimmering with an otherworldly glow. This was the entrance to a realm of unimaginable wonder, the gateway to eternal paradise.
Heaven was a realm that defied earthly description. The colors were more vibrant, the sounds more harmonious, the very air thrumming with an unseen energy. It was a place where the soul could truly soar, free from the limitations of the physical world.
I wandered through fields of celestial flowers, their petals shimmering with an inner light. The fragrance that wafted from them was intoxicating, a symphony of scents that filled me with a sense of overwhelming joy. I danced with butterflies whose wings sparkled like a million tiny jewels, each movement a testament to the beauty and wonder of this divine realm.
The beauty of heaven was not just visual, it was a symphony of sensations that enveloped her entire being. The air was filled with the most exquisite music, melodies that seemed to originate from the very heart of creation. It was a chorus of voices, both human and angelic, united in a symphony of praise and adoration. As Charlotte explored this wondrous realm, she encountered souls she had known and loved in her earthly life. They greeted her with open arms, their faces aglow with a love that knew no bounds. They had been waiting for her, watching over her, and now their joy at being reunited was palpable.
Among them was my beloved grandmother, her eyes twinkling with mischief and love. We embraced, the years melting away as if they had never been apart. I saw childhood friends, their laughter echoing through the air, their presence a comforting reminder of happy times.
There were no tears of sadness in heaven, only tears of joy at being reunited with those they had missed dearly. The pain of separation, the grief of loss, was but a distant memory. In this realm, love reigned supreme, an unbreakable bond that connected all souls for eternity. As Charlotte basked in the love and light of heaven, she felt a presence, powerful yet comforting. It enveloped her like a warm embrace, filling her with a sense of peace and belonging she had never known before.
This was God, the source of all creation, and his love was more profound than anything I could have imagined. He spoke to me, not with words, but with a knowledge that seemed to flow directly into my heart.
He told her that she had been chosen for a special purpose, to serve as a bridge between heaven and earth. Her experience, her journey, was meant to inspire others, to remind them of the love and light that awaited them beyond the veil of death.
I entrust you with a message of hope and redemption, a message that transcends religion and dogma. It is a message of love, forgiveness, and compassion, a message that calls upon humanity to recognize their shared divinity and to live in accordance with the laws of love.
Her time in heaven was coming to an end, but her journey was far from over. God led her to the edge of heaven, where a chasm yawned open, revealing a glimpse of the abyss below. It was a stark contrast to the beauty and serenity she had just experienced.
The air grew heavy, thick with the stench of decay and despair. Screams echoed up from the darkness, a chorus of torment and anguish. This was hell, a realm of eternal suffering reserved for those who had chosen darkness over light, hatred over love.
God showed her this not to frighten her, but to emphasize the consequences of our choices. Every decision we made, every action we took, had an impact on our eternal destiny. We had the free will to choose our path, to embrace love, or succumb to darkness. As quickly as it began, Charlotte's journey was coming to an end. The light beckoned once more, and she felt herself being drawn back towards the tunnel. She looked back one last time at the chasm, her heart filled with a profound sadness for those who suffered within its depths.
I journeyed back through the tunnel, the memories of heaven and hell etched forever in my soul. The world began to fade back into view, the sounds and smells of the hospital gradually returning. I felt the weight of my body once more, the limitations of my physical form.
Then, she heard the frantic beeping of machines and the sound of voices calling her name. She opened her eyes, momentarily blinded by the harsh hospital lights. She was back in the land of the living, forever changed by her experience. Charlotte's return was nothing short of a miracle. The doctors were baffled, unable to explain how her heart had restarted after 11 minutes. But for Charlotte, the explanation was simple. She had been touched by the divine.
My experience had transformed me, leaving an indelible mark on my soul. The fear of death had vanished, replaced by an unshakable faith and a profound understanding of life's true purpose. I had glimpsed eternity and returned with a message of hope for humanity.
Charlotte embraced her second chance at life, dedicating herself to sharing her story and spreading God's message of love and redemption. She traveled far and wide, speaking to anyone who would listen, offering comfort to the grieving, hope to the lost, and inspiration to all.
My life had become a testament to the power of faith, the reality of heaven and hell, and the transformative